All right, hey guys, welcome to our Dream Team Monday Night Zoom. I'm not going to talk a whole lot because Lindsay has agreed to be on here with us, and she only has about 15 minutes till her small group at church starts. So I did ask Lindsay to hop on here and talk a little bit about accountability. I don't know how many of you are able to hop on with Kayla's Zooms in the morning or maybe caught the replay of it today. It's on her YouTube channel if you haven't seen it. But one of the things she talks about is getting to make the big red X when you have accomplished what you need to do. And so Lindsay actually reached out to me and we've agreed to be each other's great big X person and hold each other accountable. And so I thought it would be good for you guys to hear from her why she's choosing to do that and what she's hoping for. So Lindsay, I'm unmuting you. Are you ready? It's all you. Oh, there you go.
Okay, awesome. So here's the thing, guys. This particular calendar, she called it the Seinfeld something, I think. I can't remember. But what it is it's no different than what you've been doing, right? It's no different than your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But here's the thing. I'm a very visual person. So when she said to go buy a cheap little calendar, so here's what we're going to do. You're going to go buy a cheap little dollar calendar. Today, I didn't have time to get to the Walmart. So, I have like the daily calendars, but then I have the ones where it has all the big things. So today I'm having to use this because I just didn't have time to get to the Walmart. But here's the thing. I did this for accountability because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I am super, super good at motivating other people and being all of that. But sometimes I fall short in my own personal business. And that's just something that I've always struggled with. I'm not even going to sit here and lie about it. So I reached out to 2 people this morning. I reached out, and this is what I want to encourage y'all to do. And I want you to think it through before you find who you want. I reached out to Tammy because I know that Tammy is all in. I know that Tammy shows up daily in this business, so I wanted to reach out to her. But I also reached out to a sideline that doesn't make any money off of me, or I don't make any money off of her, vice versa. It was Tiffany Deeroff. We all love Tiff. I reached out to her as well. So I've got 2 accountability partners to hold me accountable, because here's the thing. Susan is my daily partner, but sometimes what I hear, and I love Susan, but sometimes I know what she's going to tell me and I know what I'm going to tell her, but sometimes it stays there. It really doesn't, I don't put all that into action all the time. So I wanted 2 accountability partners that I know are going to put me into action. Because Susan, she'll chew on me every day, all day long. You just have those people in your life, guys. You know what I mean? So here's what this cool, I love the X mark, and for me, I was overthinking it because that's just what I'm good at. And I'm like, no, I'm going to change it to a check mark because I'm all about checks marks, not X's. But that's not the point of this, okay? So just don't overthink it. So you're going to it's not your regular calendar. You're going to get a calendar. And each day, you're going to stay consistent with your task. And when you're done with that, you're going to put the big red X on each day. And here's the whole point of this is you're wanting to create a chain, right? You're wanting to create X's and you're not wanting to break that chain. But guess what? Life is going to happen and you're going to accidentally break that chain one day. It is the nature of the beast, right? But guess what? You get to start again. And say your first chain went for 21 days and you were like, you know what? My next one is not going to stop 30 days come hell or high water. You're going to do your next chain for 30 days. And guess what? We all know that if you get to 90 days on this particular X calendar, it's a game changer. It is a total game changer. So I want to ask you, how long is your chain going to be? How long are you going to do that? But here's where I don't want you to I got to fly up in the car with me, sorry. Here's the thing about these daily tasks. My daily tasks are not just Thrive related. My daily tasks are things I need to do for my health, my wellness, and my mindset, because that's huge. So I'm going to tell y'all what my daily tasks are. My daily task is my gratitude journal. That is something that I am 37 days into, and I'm loving my gratitude journal. I keep it short and sweet. I do my 5 24-hour thankful things that I'm grateful for. Then I do my 10-year goals that are already written out like I've hit them. And then I do my I am statements every single morning. And I'm on day 35, which will be 36 tomorrow, on my 100 Days to Brave. So I am kicking ass and taking names when it comes to that thing. So I expect y'all to do the same. Walking. I've been consistent with walking for 2 weeks now. And guess what? There's something about 14 days for me when I want to stop. So that is on my X calendar, is walking. 10 messages in Messenger, 30 custom conscious comments on social media platforms, 45 seconds, this came from Kayla again this morning, 45 seconds visualizing my goal. Okay, that goal can be something that you've already obtained. Like this morning, she said that's something that you've already done, but maybe you've strayed from, or maybe it's not there. So I know for me, there's 2 things that have strayed for me, and those are what I'm going to spend 45 seconds daily, multiple times throughout the day, visualizing that I've got that back. Okay, so say for instance that you haven't hit your 12K and you want it back, or say for instance that you were making, a certain amount of money a month. I don't know what your goals are or where they are, but I love the fact that she said it was what she had done and she wants to get it back. Okay, that's huge. Auto Bonus Elite is one of my goals I'm visualizing, because that extra $800 was huge for me and my family. 15 minutes, I'm setting a timer. This is where my time chunks are coming in. I'm spending 15 minutes in groups interacting. That's something that is so, so important, guys. I know that my Weight Watchers group has over like 34,000 people in it. I know my fat groups, weight loss surgery groups, I just call them my fat groups. Those have so many in them. So I'm adding, I have to stay consistent in those as well. Guess what I've gotten away from? Sharing a Thrive experience on the daily. I've gotten away from that. Why? I have no idea, but I have. So I'm writing down, I want to do my daily Thrive experience post. I want to commit to post on social media of whatever. And I say social media, guys, because there are so many different platforms that you could use for social media, but at least 2 times a day, whether that's in my stories, my main feed, whatever it is, I need to be doing that 2 times a day. And guess what? There's sometimes when I just don't want to be on social media because I find myself lost in the scroll. It has taken me in. Today was my first day that I did not get lost in the scroll, and it was actually so exciting. Now, I am a little bit OCD because I have like 34 notifications because of my 30 custom conscious comments. So I'm having a little bit of OCD, but I'm praying my way through it, because I don't like to have numbers by my notifications. I'm just one of those people. 5 minutes of reach outs. And here's why I'm setting timers instead of a number, because I never know what that number is going to be. I just want to consistently each day spend 5 minutes doing reach outs, so it could be different for all of y'all. This is where I'm starting. And my main one as well is, and Tammy's going to hold me accountable to this, and we still haven't got to talk this one out, is I have dropped my weekly call or Zoom because I wasn't getting that many people on it. And so I felt like I needed to do something different, which I do the Wednesday morning work with me power hour, but I know I need to do something a little different. So I've got to implement that in. I'm just not sure where I'm going to implement that in. But guys, these daily tasks can be income producing activities, your water intake, your weekly events, jumping on a certain number of calls or Zooms. But here's the thing. I want you to find a partner that's willing to take you outside of your comfort zone. That's the thing. I want you to find a like-minded partner that's going to make you be accountable. I don't expect Tammy to say, now, Lindsay, did you do your stuff? I want Tammy to say, girl, how long is our chain going to be? What number, because we both are starting today. That's the kind of partner that you need, because here's the thing. You're only really competing with yourself. And that's what I love. When something that she said that resonated with me today is, when you do this X chain type thing, it stops you from comparing yourself to others, and you just have to talk about yourself. You want to get to however many days you got without having that break, right? Life happens. I mean, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was hungover like a mofo yesterday. I did not work my business, and I paid for it today. And you know what it made me think, though? I don't know, there's a cobweb or something in my car. You know what made me think today? Was that drinking Saturday night worth the way you felt yesterday? because I know I didn't hear what Jesus had to say to me at my sermon because my head little drummer boy would not quit beating on me. I didn't want to get on social media because I just wasn't in the mood to read everything else. So it really makes you sit down and think, like, my chain would have been broken because I did not do anything yesterday. So it's really kind of cool because I'm holding myself accountable. Like, do you want to go out drinking on the weekend to feel like crap and not be accountable? That's huge, guys. So I'm just being vulnerable. This is the year of Lindsay's vulnerability, and I'm sorry that I had to tell y'all this, but I personally take pride in being vulnerable and honest with y'all about where I am and where I'm going. So I hope that this helps. I know you're probably I want you to think, well, Lindsay, I'm already kind of doing this. No, get a calendar. You can go to the Dollar Tree. I don't know what dollar stores y'all got up there, but I know there's some. Buy a cheap calendar that's set separately and put it on your refrigerator. Put it on whatever so that you visibly and physically have to see that X every single day that you don't want to stop. That's what's so important. So, Tammy, I hope that this little bit of, wisdom that we got from Kayla this morning helps. But I'm excited to have my two partners and hold myself accountable and do these daily tasks that I know in 90 days are going to pay for itself.
Yes. Thank you for hopping on. I know you have to go. I was holding up to the screen here. This is a chain I started with one of my goals at the beginning of the year. And ironically, Lindsay, I went 13 days solid. What'd you just say? 2 weeks, people quit. But that's the same thing. And so this was just stickers. So it's a similar idea. It's just about like seeing it in front of you that you're sticking with your goals and you're getting everything done that you want to do. So again, like she said, you go to the Dollar Tree, you can go to Google and print off, a free calendar. You don't have to be fancy with this. But I think the biggest part of this is, number one, really thinking through the goals that you're going to set. Like, don't sit down. So if you're currently doing 5 reach outs a day and you're struggling with that, then don't sit down and be like, okay, my goal is going to be 30. Like, if you can't do 5 consistently, then let's start with 5. If 5 is not a big deal, then let's go to 7. Like, don't set yourself up for failure is what I'm saying. And then it's very important, like she said, pick an accountability partner who's never been your accountability partner before. Somebody who you've never, maybe somebody who makes you nervous. Like, if you had to text this person and say, I didn't do this today, if that makes you nervous, that's probably the right person. And not because they're going to be mean. Oh, Lindsay says, thanks for listening. I'm going to go talk to Jesus. Have a good conversation. But, not because that person's going to be mean, but because that person is going to hold you accountable. What I do for a living, I hold people accountable. I think my clients like me, but sometimes they're mad at me, but that's okay. That's what they're paying me to keep them accountable for stuff. So pick somebody that you've maybe not worked with before, or if you've worked with somebody in the past and you did great, like, sometimes those masterminds, like this leader swap that we had, if there was somebody you were working with and you really jived and it felt really good, go back to them. It doesn't have to be some big organized thing through Susan. It can just be, you can just say, hey, you know what? I got these daily goals I want to do. Can you hold me accountable every day? Now, when you pick an accountability partner, it doesn't mean they're going to nurse you through it. It doesn't mean they're going to coach you through it. It doesn't mean they're going to call you. They're literally just going to say, like Lindsay said, how long is your chain? Do you get an X today or not? Are we ending the day with an X, or are we ending it with a blank space? That's really all you need to do as an accountability partner. You're just there. You're the box of honesty. They have to tell you what they did or didn't do. So be really careful when you're putting together your goals. Like I said, you want to push yourself, but don't overwhelm yourself, because then you're just going to be like day 3, you'll be like, bang, and I'm out. Pick somebody who you're a little bit nervous to fess up to. And then just remember, that's their only job, is to accept your X or not an X. They're not there to like Lindsay's not going to call me every day and ask me, what should I do? She knows what to do. I just have to say, do you get an X or not? And then she has to say the same thing to me. So I thought that was good. I did not get to watch Kayla's this morning, but I did watch the replay this afternoon. So it is up on the YouTube, and it's good. Anytime you can learn from somebody, and there's a ton of information. You guys, the Team Thrive Nation, all those Zooms from January, they're all on the YouTube channel. Kayla has been doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday Zooms for I don't even know how long. Not all of them are on her channel, but she is starting to be more consistent with putting them on there. So there's a ton of information on there. Now, again, watching Zoom after Zoom after Zoom is not doing your business. But if you're feeling stuck or you're out for a walk or you're driving and you want to listen to something, that's a great time to do it. So that's what we had Lindsay on, and we'll hit back on this. So as far as us as a team goes, as far as Dream Team goes, I want to give a shout out real quick to Miss Lisa Cook. She has her local scheduled for the month. I give a shout out to Sandra because I know she's doing calls, and I just got home from work right before this started, so I apologize if you put your graphic out and I haven't seen it yet. Not only is she doing regular calls, she is doing Spanish calls, which I think we talked about a little bit last night. Here's the thing, people are so afraid to do something because they're like, well, if I have a local and it's small, or what if it's not a great local, or I don't know how. It doesn't matter if you don't do it. I'd much rather you have a crappy local that nobody comes to than do nothing, because it's that action of putting that local together or putting somebody on a call. I'm actually doing a recorded call tomorrow with a girl because she's petrified of the thought that somebody would be hearing her speak in the moment. But she was okay that I might record it and then share it. So my first call is, I don't know, not up to Paul's standards, but by golly, it'll be recorded, and I was proud of her for agreeing to do it. So you just got to take the first step and start doing these things. Like, put it on your calendar and just flip it and do it. The other thing, so we had that free shipping promo over the weekend, and I know anytime there's a promo, it's super exciting. But like we talked about last week, there is always something exciting in this business. So just because today there's no promo, don't drop off the face of the earth. Keep working your reach outs, keep doing your follow-ups. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, there's always refer to. So you always have a promo for free Thrive, always, that you could be talking about. There's always the VIP happening. And so just so you guys know too, when I talk about these three-way chats for people, I am serious. If you have somebody new and they're not in a chat and I find out, I will make a chat. I will put the whole party together, because we have too many new people, way too many, which is an exciting thing to have. We have way too many new people, and the best thing you can do for yourself or your new people is let other people help. I don't have all the answers, but somebody's in that group will have them. And surely if you're new and you have a newbie, you definitely don't have the answers. So if you are brand new and you're like, what is she talking about? Send me a message. I'll explain to you. But make sure you're putting people in chats, because, well, for example, Sandra did a great job today. She has some people who are customers, and they have three-way chats from back when they were interested, and we were doing the three-way chat thing, and then she got the order, and now they've been ordering. And so she was like, what do I do to get that chat fired back up? Because I want them, how do I talk to them about, refer to? And then before I could even answer her, she's like, oh, I have an idea. I'm just going to hop in and be like, hey, you know what? You've been ordering the last couple months, and I really want you to get this for free. And my friend Tammy's going to explain to you how to do it. So again, it's not that she can't go in there and tell them how to do refer to. She knows how to do it. She could probably explain it better than I did today. But it's getting that chat fired back up. So if you have existing chats, fire them back up. If you have a customer or a promoter on your team and there's not a chat, just go through it today. Pull up your customer list, your level 1 customers, and look, see if there's a chat. If there's not, maybe they've been thriving for a little bit, you can just hop in there and say, hey, hang on, my dog is stuck, of course. Okay. Hey, Mike, you've been ordering for the last few months. I just wanted to check on you. I also wanted to let you know that my friend Sandra has been thriving for a while too, and she's a great resource. So if you have any questions, just pop in here at any time, and the two of us can help you. That's it. You're just offering help. So don't overthink it. Don't get flustered. Just offer the help, and then let it go from there. That Mike guy might be like, thanks for asking, because last month I didn't feel as good as I did the first month, but I didn't, but he's not going to bring it up. But if you throw him in that chat, he might be like, yeah, I wasn't feeling so good. I wasn't thinking of ordering. So, dodge the bullet. Put people in the chats. Keep working your business. I think sometimes people stop reaching out, or they stop talking to potentials if there's not free DFT or free shipping or free blah, blah, blah. But there's always something to talk about. Free Thrive is always out there. And if you've got somebody who's thriving for free and they've been thriving for free for a while, VIP 800 is something you could be talking about, because that's definitely somebody who could get moved into the next thing. But again, if you don't have them in chats, all of that is nil and void, because ain't nobody talking to anybody. And I just see how much faster the process goes when we have chats with people. So anyway, that was kind of my soapbox thing for the night. So I'm going to open this up for questions. Oh, people are, this morning, Starla said Sheila reached out to her 16 times before she agreed to Thrive. Exactly. I mean, that's a long time. I mean, I feel like last month we had a bunch of people from 2016 and 2017 who were placing orders. So never give up and never let those chats die. And I was actually talking to someone today. It was sweet the way she kind of complimented me about how she's like, yeah, I love how you don't always talk about Thrive on your personal page. She's like, every now and then it's there. She's like, but you're always talking to people. But you're so good about talking to people or keeping conversations going. She's like, that's just, she said that's such a feminine energy. And I was like, yeah, but the reason I'm so good with making sure I talk to that person every 2 to 3 months is because their name's on my list. That's my masculine energy, right? You're on my list for a reason. I can talk to you about your kids and your babies or your whatever, your vacations. I guess that's my female energy, but you're on my list because you guys, it's so easy to forget people. And I don't mean that to be rude. We're all busy. We all have lives. And so I might forget about that girl I went to high school with and I haven't talked to in 3 months, but I won't forget because she's on my list. So yes, we're here to take care of people. Yes, we meet people on a human level, but don't forget you're running a business. You can't just reach out to people when Facebook puts them up on your screen. I mean, if I did that, I would only talk to 6 of you. And none of you want to buy Thrive from me because you already do, right? So you got to do the work for that. So anyway, I'm going to be quiet. People, raise your hand, pop in, tell me if you've got a shout out for someone on your team, an idea of something that you did great. I feel like there was something that I talked to somebody about this morning and I'm forgetting to bring it up. If that's you, say so. Anyone? No, maybe not. Oh, Miss Sonia, it won't let me unmute you. Can you? Yeah, okay, you're up.
Well, it wasn't me that you were supposed to chat with, but I have several 3-way chats out there that have just like died. Like I'll still go out there, try to, bring up conversation or get them chatting again. I've got one fairly new that sorry, just had a bite of apple that I had actually, gave her some pricing. We discussed it. You and I discussed it, and then Laura as well, and crickets, So what do you do in that circumstance?
I still talk to them. I send them things not about Thrive, depending on what the conversation has been about in the past. If they've got little kids and I stalk them a little bit too. So let's say they haven't said much of anything in the chat, but I'm seeing on Facebook, they're talking about everyone at church is sick or counting down the days till we get the sunshine. Then I would maybe just be like, girl, I feel you. Not having sun is driving me nuts. Are you planning any vacations anytime soon? Or my nephew's school was closed not because of kids, but because of teachers. It's a true story. Clinton Massey closed because too many teachers are sick. How are you avoiding this? Like just something non-Thrive related. The book that I put up a couple of times on my personal page, it was called Sell It Like Serhant. It's Ryan Serhant. He's a real estate agent. And he became semi-famous because they did that show on Bravo about real estate people. But one of the things that struck me about him, he basically became an overnight success because he put in 16 years of work. And so he literally went through some of his sales logs, and there was a client that he sent something to once a month, an article, just a note card in the mail. How are you doing? And he was even saying how when Facebook came out, it was a godsend because he could be like, oh, that guy likes to golf. I'll send him an article about these golf shoes. Literally, that person never wrote him back anything. Didn't even send him a Christmas card. And then suddenly, like 11 years or something later, the guy did a $40 million real estate deal with him. And he said, your name was always in front of me. I knew exactly who to call when I was ready. And so that's the thing. Like, we don't need to talk to them about Thrive all the time. We just need them to remember us. We need them to remember that we're here and that we're active and we're doing things. Because I can guarantee someone's talked to people about something. I mean, there's a million supplement companies out there, but who continued to talk to them outside of that? Why, this dog. Okay. All right. Radar needs his moment. Oh, Sonia, you're muted again. Were you still talking? Oh, okay. All right. Anybody else? Anybody have ideas for Sonia? Ways to fire up a chat that's been sitting there for a little bit? How would you go in and fire it up? Court, you're unmuted.
See if they post a story on their Facebook page. That is where like 90% of my reach outs and conversations start, is in the Facebook stories. So I think even if you go into their messenger, like where you've had a chat with them, it'll pop up and say like, view Tammy's story.
Mm-hmm.
So you could like click on that and then maybe reply or start a conversation with something that they're posting about.
Right. Now, granted, what she's saying will go into their just, it's not going to go into a group chat, which is fine. It's still a conversation.
Yeah.
That's important. But that's a great way to, it sounds so weird, but we're basically stalking people. You know, what do they like? Do they wear pink every day? Send them an article about the lady in New York that wears pink every day. You know, whatever it is, it's whatever thing you think would float their boat. But yeah, I agree. Stories are the easiest way ever. Oh, Sandra says this morning. Oh no, wait, read that. Go back to people who use a Thrive with you and be real with them and yeah. So Sandra, can you not unmute? Or can you? Okay, go. I was going to ask you to share that. So you go ahead and unmute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so I've done this before. It's been a little while, but I have a couple of people that were thriving with me like not even 4 or 5 months ago that both just, and you know, I would send them a message and it was crickets. So this morning I sent this, if I can find it. They both answered within less than 10 minutes. And I just said, hey sister, can you do me a favor? I always try to find out how I can help people, and your answers will help me in the future. Can you share with me why you had to stop thriving? Did you not like it? Question, you know, money an issue, or question mark, question mark. If it's any of those, I can help you. Would love to hear from you. So would love to hear so I can help you.
Yeah.
And they both answered back. One said she's going to call me tonight. The other one finally admitted to me that it was money.
Yep.
And since we're doing the good, better, best, I left her a voice clip and I just said, you know, look, you know, realistically, you know, a good scenario would be your capsules. Better would be your capsules in your mix. Best would be your capsules mixed in your DFTs. But let's take it where you are. Let's figure out what's going to work for you, and let's go from there.
Perfect. Thank you. I was going to, that was the thing I was saying. I talked to somebody earlier, but I forgot. That was you. Oh, the dog. So stop. Is it a full moon? What the hell? And now I forget. Anywho, so yeah, that's bold, but that's also so genuine of her to reach out and say, you know, like, I think sometimes people, you know, again, I don't want to think I'm bothering them. Her message was not to bother them. It was just, hey, be honest with me. I might be able to help you. So again, there's just that kind of like, you know, pulling up your bootstraps and remembering that this is a business, and without customers, we don't have anything. So the people who used to thrive, find out why they quit. And if it's something you can fix, let's try to help them fix it. Yeah, you just, you know, there's always a reason to reach out to somebody. Somehow, some way, somehow. So, all right. Anybody else? Anything else going on I need to know about? Anybody else thinking of planning a local? Anybody doing some calls? Let us know, because we are, Laura says her dogs are being quiet tonight. Well, mine are definitely not on that same page today. We got mass insanity going on. All right, so everyone's good? All right. Well, I won't keep you on, you know, I don't like to keep you on here just to keep you. So thanks for getting on. I want you to really think hard about the accountability partner situation with Lindsay and creating the X, whether you do it with X's or stickers, whatever floats your boat. But think about your goals and think about who you want to hold you accountable. And then, you know, if your first chain is 4, then shoot for 7, and then shoot for, you know, 14, whatever. Just keep making that chain longer and longer, because the longer that chain gets, the more solid your business will get. So with that, I'll put the recording up as soon as I can. Bye.